of course, I'm going blank. Voss is going to host, as always.
Yeah.
He's going to lisp his way through the whole program.
He really is the worst. He insists on hosting every event. He thinks he's like this master of ceremonies. It's like, you're not.
I actually ask him every year because, there's just some people in this business you respect, and there's other people you just feel bad for.
Your Christian background is part of the show. Or
yes, and I wanted to talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far.
As far as what?
Well, they thought that maybe you were being disrespectful to the Christian religion.
Who did?
I'm telling you, you need to Google.
Oh, good Lord.
Somebody authentic who's actually really into it, as opposed to somebody over here who's like protesting the NFL or doing it to seem interesting.
Didn't kneel or something?
A what?
Didn't get on your hands and kneel?
I think you were still saying 0-0. I thought you were still saying the score. I didn't know what you were saying.
First off, thanks for calling in a couple weeks back, and so blessed to have you sitting here in our 105.9 studio.
Yeah, no problem. I'm actually glad I don't watch the news. I had no idea the economy was tanking until we came in. Yeah, it's great.
Remember that? We had this college agent, great guy, but he used to book us in the middle of fucking nowhere. He'd always call me up, Billy, Scott Bass calling. I have a gig for you in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Now, they don't have a lot of money, but I can build around it.
And then
there won't be a stage. It's at 12 noon in a hallway. Can you do it?
It was really, you relate to adults differently, people that you knew forever. And I always hated when somebody who didn't have a kid goes, you don't get it, man. You don't get it till you have. And I was like, fuck you, I get it. It's like having a dog, but it's more intense.
I mean, I don't know.
Again, the good old days.
Yeah. Anyway.
They don't even call it Alphabet City anymore. You know that? They call it like the Lower East Side. Things, gentrification, whatever.
Was that offensive to illiterate people?
Soothing it was just to listen to you say the score of that game.
Yeah.
Sitting here, watching. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Just right there. It's like you're smoking a cigar.
Yeah, but that was like a Liverpool accent.
Huh?
You were doing like a Liverpool accent.
Was I? I don't know. I watched Benny Hill. That's the extent of my research.
Now, are you getting out of an existing house? No,
I'm going from a one-bedroom apartment, and I figured I'd finally go out and buy a damn house and not have to deal with, some jerk living above me or below me.
All right.
Yeah. Do my own little thing. Get my little 12 gauge, get a bunch of cans of tuna, get ready for the apocalypse. That's what I want to do. The relationship. Although I'm so glad I'm not in that type of relationship, because I can't imagine loving this kid with all your heart that half looks like somebody that you absolutely fucking hate. That's got to be so weird.
A constant reminder.
Yeah, and they just little mannerisms, like the way the kid eats, little hands eating toast. Oh my God, that's that bitch right there.
Is that a Rolex?
Yes, it is. I finally bought one. 25 years in this business.
Is it white gold or stainless?
I don't know what it is.
Is it heavy?
No.
Then it's stainless.
Oh, is that what it is? Thank you. Thank you for taking my watch down a notch. I finally felt successful. You see this? You wouldn't say that if I had brown or black hair. Guarantee you. Blonde hair, you'd be over here giving me your watch.
I've been having sex, and it's hard to pull out. And I wound up pulling out. I'm going to fucking come inside you. And I wound up pulling out. And some of them are crazy. I'm like, I could have knocked that girl up 8 years ago, and I'd still be tied to her.
My favorite part of that story was when your lower jaw jutted out and you're like, I'm going to come inside.
Yeah, that was not.
So you have a podcast, right?
Yes, I do.
Weekly podcast called the Monday Morning Podcast. How many, you have a lot, is it big like Mariner? Is it big like him?
No, Mariner had Obama. Obama came on, so I would say no.
He probably
I think I got Jim Florentine coming up. He's hyping up. Yeah. I don't know. What are you gonna do? So I had a kid later on in life. So at least I'm aware of how fucked up I am. So
You seem like one of the more together guys I know. Like as far as your career and the way you work. And
I
you're
like
married.
to think I'm a good actor, Jim. Oh, it's unbelievable. I think bankers should be forced to dress like bankers back in the day with like the top hat and the tuxedo. So at least you know what they look like, so they can't hide in public as they go to the mall. Just dress like the Penguin on Batman. And just waddle around. At least let me throw a hot dog at you. Something, you piece of garbage. You're not going to go to jail. They're the worst.
They are.
Dude, I remember being half asleep driving like 90 in the wrong direction in Colorado trying to make this fucking gig. Right. And this dude in like a Bronco drove right at me with like a little blue light. Pulls me over, he gets out. All he has on is the cop shirt. He's got like jeans and no hat. And he walks up and he punches the window. He goes, "Get it out!" Like yelling at me. And I'm like, is this guy going to fucking shoot me?
How do you get out of those conversations if you're not going to admit that you're wrong because you're not wrong, but you're not going to have the argument because it's Len?
No. If I was wrong, I would just say that I'm wrong. But like if she wants to argue, I just say, well, I can't argue with you because I gave up this up for Len, and it's driving her nuts.
I did a shitty gig once. It was a one and done.
Three Boston comics. We're never going to get a word in edgewise.
You remember Lenny Clark?
I know. They're the
We're trying
best
to
comics,
shout over your sport coat.
That was low.
Like, remember that stuff, Tom? You're like, I love you so much. I just want to smash your goddamn head in. I'm being serious.
No, somebody said that about my kid one time. Oh my God, look at those feet. I just want to cut them off. And I was just like, yeah, fucking lunatics. Yeah, right there. You can't be with a person like that. So
well, if
you ever need a safe house,
Daniel.
you just ignore them. It's like 3 days. They flip out for 3 days. They try to bully you into an apology.
Well, you can't ignore them when they're right in the audience and you're playing to them.
You tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, believe me.
It's a comedy show.
You're right.
Yeah.
We've never taken a break in the middle of a guest.
I know. I had all this momentum going. Now I got to start all over again. Go ahead. Go to the card. See this? We won game one. Here comes the second of the doubleheader. See that? Nobody thinks that. She blew it. Look, you lost to a guy who said 3 things a week that would torpedo anybody else's campaign. How do you do that? That's like you're playing a football game, the other team throws 20 interceptions, and you still figure out how to blow it. At what point?
I did a gig at a Red Lobster. It's like a Sunday night, and there was all these families eating. They had their bibs on and shit, and we're in the corner. And we're just in this little roped-off corner. Hey, fucking into this mic. And these people just looking over like, what is that? Is that part of the restaurant? It was just like... They tried to say, they would be like, oh, it was a bunch of... I love the racist white guy thing. A bunch of racist white guys. They came out of the forest, and they were just going, Trump, Trump, Trump. It's like, where were all these racist white guys the last 2 elections when they could have voted against a black guy? They were fine. Oh, I don't mind the black guy, but this white lady, we got to stop her. It's going to take her 4-wheelers, Macuzzi. This is like that Hillary commercial where they have the little kids watching politics. I'm like, that's bullshit. Little kids don't watch politics. There you go. In like the 7th inning.
Okay.
I don't like mascots. I don't like those songs. And Steve Jobs, I think, was a little overrated. You know, like when feminists go like, oh, and they have like their missiles, these dick-shaped things and blah, blah, blah. And I'm always thinking like, well, there is physics and aerodynamics and all that involved. Like if you have it shaped like a twat, I don't think it's going to make it to another country unless you Frisbee it, right? And even then that gap's going to fucking be a lot of drag.
I'm an alcoholic. I go to meetings.
I had to go to meetings.
27 years, baby.
I got all right. I was already impressed with 27. You didn't have to throw baby in there.
Okay.
He got all Telly Savalas on me.
You tell it the way it is. I love the podcast.
I really don't. I don't read. I go with my gut. That's my fancy way of saying I don't read.
Well, that's good.
I hang out in bars. I overhear stuff that plumbers say, and then I repeat it on the radio. That's all I'm doing.
I love the podcast.
He's compelling. It's unbelievable.
It's fun to watch.
I like when he was sitting there going like, when he kept interrupting, they told him to not interrupt, and then he just goes, and he goes through the panel as Hillary's trying to answer. He goes, "Oh, I get it. 3 against 1." And what sort of medical background do you have?
Listen,
don't hit me with your red flags in the middle of the day. Like all of a sudden, I should start getting nervous. Look, I was off for a PhD. Okay, all right. Now I'm impressed.
So what do you think about that?
I gotta know where it's in, man. You know what's good about you? That slow delivery, and then you just stare and you wait for me to flinch. You've done that to me twice. Oh, you love the podcast? Yeah, the Monday morning podcast. Now I do that every Monday.
It's great.
Because I used to have a day job and I hated it, and Monday sucked. So I figured, this is a great way to whore myself out, let people know where I'm going to be, and make people laugh for an hour. Yeah. For free. So, dude, this week when I went to upload my podcast to Dropbox and it wasn't working. And, dude, if you want to see something funny, watch me flip out when my kid is sleeping, because I can't yell.
You can't.
And just listen to, dude, I literally grabbed my computer and I was just like, fucking God. Like walking around my fucking kitchen.
I was enjoying the potheads. That was
potheads,
little close to home here. It's perfect. It was right on.
Yeah, anybody I bring up, I just start trashing. I trashed rednecks a few weeks ago. No, they don't care.
No, they don't.
They don't care. They're out in the woods. They're building a shelter. They're going to survive this.
They're going to be the
They're going to
winners.
survive this, yeah. Their kids come out of the womb already know how to make a fire without a match. They're just ready to go. That's
I
stories.
actually have a book where a lot of it's in.
Oh, you do?
Called Lonely Boy, Tales of a Sex Pistol.
Do you ever do blow?
Yeah, I didn't really like it, though.
Oh, okay.
Heroin
I just
was
saw
my
you
thing.
sniff there. That was a red flag. All my theories are out the window within 1 or 2 follow-up questions. I made the claim that cars weighed more back in the day.
Oh, that's true.
No, it isn't.
It's not?
Evidently, it isn't. I guess
Oh.
now they're more dense. There's going to be a bunch of rednecks. You got to be kidding me. I got a 1970 Bonneville. Swear to God, weighs more than a battleship.
There's no... Well, actually, about the same.
What is yours?
What?
What kind is it?
Oh, you're touching me kind of weird there.
Huh? It wasn't. You handed it off weird. I just realized I was swinging my legs underneath this as your buddy is videotaping it. He really gets into this. Whee! I'm telling jokes.
Trump's winning New Hampshire. Hillary's winning Virginia.
Really?
And there's a little kid here.
Yeah, somebody decided it was a good idea.
Somebody please take a photo of this Last Supper.
How's your girlfriend? You and Nia still together?
Yes, we are.
Wow, how is
yes,
that
we
going?
are. It's going great. I think I'm finally going to settle down. I'm going to buy the ring. Going to get married. I'm not even getting a prenup.
Whoa.
I don't care. It's
Why?
just paper for gold I can't claim anymore. Right, fellas? Anybody in the shelters listening?
Let's talk about what's important. I know you're from Boston.
Yeah, safe suburbs of Boston.
So?
I just say that because ever since Good Will Hunting, everybody thinks you're from Southie, you know. You're good at math and you like apples.
But,
While people are talking about eating fake pussies,
That was before.
I
that
don't
was
want to be
before.
responsible
that
for
was
that
before.
shit. I didn't. But if the kid
Joe,
was in the
no,
fucking
it was
building.
before. Will you shut up? Jesus fucking Christ.
That's going to happen here all weekend at Zany's. So how does Nia feel when she hears all this? Does she agree with
Yeah,
it?
she
Or
knows
she
I'm an
doesn't
idiot.
care? She doesn't.
Yeah, she knows I'm an idiot. She doesn't care.
Something's gotta
Occasionally,
get to her.
I'll bring up something on the podcast, and then she'll give me a rough time. Why did you talk about that? I was just like, because it's funny. What did I say to her last week? It's comedy. Somebody has to get hurt. This week it was your turn.
Like you do every year, go change a rule to make your team win again. You remember he did that 10 years ago when they couldn't beat the Patriots?
no.
He sent a whole tape, said our cornerbacks were roughing up the receivers.
what I
The league-
remember-
Please let me get this point out. The league said.
Did you guys see the picture of Donald watching his wife vote?
A lot of trust in that relationship.
Dude, if you took 90% of my text messages and phone messages and you put them on the news, you would run out of podiums to put in front of me that I would have to apologize. The crap me and DeRosa say to each other, forget it. It's over. Geez, you'd think I was like trashing the president or something. You guys are really like pulling back
It's
here.
worse than that for people. Everyone's got an iPhone, you know?
Hey, look. No, I can't say that. I was going to say he's gone. They still came out with another one, right? That's true, right? Oh.
Dude, if Trump wins, this is him just winning the nominee blows away anything I've ever seen in sports. The U.S. beating the Russians. It just all pales in comparison. This is a reality TV show star who got mad at a breakfast because Obama trashed him. And he's like, well, I'll fucking do it. He's going to do it.
You're whatever incognito. You're an enigma.
What, because I make a pie? No, you know what it is? You're not a good listener. You've known me for 10 years. You have no idea who I am. It's all about comedy with you and moving up the ladder and pushing people down.
I think
You build a stadium that makes your fans sound louder than they really are.
Right.
And it's gamemanship.
Right.
It happens. I think it's hilarious.
I think, right, the scandal...
Players should be able to do roids, and they should be able...
Like it or not, that is some... You can't talk shit in the room with that guy. Yo, one time this guy stepped to me in the bar, dude, fuck you. One time the president was giving me shit, and I said, oh yeah, I'll have you a fucking job in 2 years, and I did it.
I don't, please.
Is that comfortable? Is this uncomfortable?
This is, no, don't, man. Honestly. Can I take the mic? Sure. Now, that's the number one thing you don't do.
As I learned that in broadcasting school, you never give up the microphone. See, now I have the power. You never saw Weird Science, how creepy these nerds are? All these cameras on your phone, all of that. Do people go on Ancestry.com? Why would you send your saliva into the internet? Why would you do that? Why don't you just go to the Illuminati and help them build your robot replacement? Because if I say I'm from Canton, people go Ohio, then I got to go Massachusetts, and just that little extra thing like slowly kills me. That I have to have that back and forth.
That drives you crazy?
Yeah, so I just say I'm from Boston.
You are a troubled human being.
Yeah, I'm a loner, man. I don't like people. So, this Bob Barker thing.
Yeah.
You're what is this? Rock 100.5. This is the worst interview I've ever done. And he's wearing Stetson cologne or something. It's just really overpowering.
How you doing?
You know what he looks like? He looks like the first guy who gets his ass kicked in a Steven Seagal movie.
No.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
This Fifth Avenue during Christmas time, the thoughts that go through my head. The thoughts that go through my head. I just want to chop that tree down and watch it land on people as I walk over their head.
No!
I do.
That was the
Sorry.
holiday season.
I know. No, a part of me dies every time I go into a store and I see something. They go, "Can we get a phone number?" Watching somebody give them the phone number. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I always give the same. Mine is all area codes. They go, "What's your phone number?" I'm like 323-818-212-5. It doesn't work.
Doesn't feel right.
You know, I feel bad for right now McDonald's. I feel bad for them.
Why would you feel that?
Because they backpedaled. They allowed fat people to blame them, and it's just over. The second they made the salad, it was over. So whatever. So that guy, oh my God. I was so upset that security escorted him out. I wanted to talk. I started my show blaming women for sexual harassment. That's how I started it. Yes, it was absurd. I wasn't being serious, you children.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
It's like watching a comedian apologize to a blogger. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
it's one person in the crowd.
Yeah.
Who sat up late night with their feelings hurt, right?
Yeah.
Some melted fingers on their chest as they're sitting there typing away.
Well, what did you say about the military that got people so mad? Or this one guy so mad?
I was just saying, the guy who flies the fighter jet, okay, and has missile shot at him, that guy's a hero. However, if you're the guy that, points in the direction that the plane takes off in, you know what I mean? We're kind of watering down.
You love it. You love going against the grain. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I like annoying people.
Okay, on that subject then, did you watch the conventions? Republican convention, Democratic convention?
No. I think if you watch those, you're an idiot.
Does it come back, though?
It does if I go. But people know that I'm definitely from, the East Coast, but I thought I had a Boston accent, but I don't know.
No.
Maybe because I drank till 3 a.m, it's a little, it starts going the other way. I actually start sounding like a human being here. They always sit there going Boston and Philly feel inferior to New York City. I didn't even know about New York City when I grew up. I had no idea.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew where it was, but it wasn't like the internet. You could go on YouTube and look at it. I just sort of lived where I lived. I wasn't sitting there going, "Oh, I like the John Hancock Tower, but have you seen the Empire State Building?" Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Can these people see us as they walk by?
I think it's tinted, but yeah, they can kind of.
That'd be weird, huh? It's like on the Good Day show,
Crouch a little so they can't see us.
Yeah, those sad people who show up to the Good Day show at 5 a.m, just stand there.
Signs.
Yeah, hoping Ethel sees them. You vote for that guy that says there's a meteor headed right towards the planet. That's the guy you vote for. You go with the psycho, because there's no way there's any corporate money behind that guy, right? That guy is going to come on TV. He's going to come on TV reading files from the Pentagon. You know what else they're doing? Just freaking people out.
That Bob Hope would have hecklers that were planted in the audience, so it's staged. And then they would say something, and then he'd have a retort.
Yeah, no.
You never had that?
I wouldn't do that.
No.
That's cheating.
Yes, he.
Bill, thanks so much for being here. I love this show. You're one of my favorite comedians. I'm excited to talk to you.
Well, I'm excited to be here. These chairs are horrific. This is designed for I don't know what age. It's not 6 to 8, when you're 11. This is the perfect size. It's not quite adult size. It's not kid size. But as opposed to having the opportunity to say, yeah, but we got you on the last one, would definitely be
if
better.
you did the Apollo and killed it,
Is there a thought? I did the Apollo and did okay. I survived it.
BillBurr.com.
That's right. And I'm hoping people are going to actually download it and pay for it. I am hoping. It's a big risk now.
Yeah.
That could become like a $140,000 business card. You know? That's going to basically be like...
You've never really written on a sitcom before. If you go through your credits, you hadn't really been on a show before.
Why'd you have to bring that up? Just right out of the gate, he goes negative. Never really saw you write on anything before, Bill. There was all these other nice things on your IMDb page I could have brought up, but I noticed this one glaring thing that you've never done, and right out of the gate. Was it because I made fun of the chairs? I'm sorry. Yeah, when they did the exchange program, yes, and they would come to our high school, and that's all we would say. What are you, a Nazi? We did it. Yeah, we were kids. We didn't know any better. You get growners at this show, man. They really just...
You know, a lot of people are on the fence.
First it was the things about relationships and Nazis and...
Half of Seattle's into lumber. Half of Seattle...
Into food, but it's a great city.
It's a great city, but people in my neighborhood fished.
Yeah, but I think that's cool, though, after a while. Because sometimes you do want to get away from it. You know what I mean? When people in Boston fish, they probably still have on that Tom Brady jersey.
No question. Yeah, like Boston.
Fishing down in the harbor. No, hey, everybody who knows me, that's how you start the blog. Everybody who knows me knows I have a great sense of humor. I love all kinds of things. You do the build-up of how awesome, the open-minded a person you are. However, the other night, I have to say, I just felt that it went too far. Dude, I am the worst when it comes to fighting. Like, you could literally tell me what punch you're going to throw at me and when you were going to throw it and count it down, and you'd still catch at least 3/4 of my head. I could never slip a punch.
Everyone's talking about Star Wars. The movie comes out tomorrow night. You must have been a perfect age when that film came out.
Somehow I missed that movie when it came out. Like, I grew up like isolated in a weird way. We lived on a busy street, so we were cut off from the other kids. And I remember...
Let's give him one and then give him the other on the other side of the break. Let's give Bill, because we know you just had a baby.
I had a daughter. Yes, I did.
Okay, so let's give him the first one. Let's give him the first gift.
What's her name?
Open this up.
What's her name? I don't say that on the...
Yeah, don't say it on the air.
There's too many
This is the
creeps
first
out there.
gift.
I don't understand people that put pictures of their kids on the internet. It's like, you never watched To Catch a Predator? I have to say that he beats me in the writer's room. The great Mike Price from The Simpsons, he's the head guy, and I'm one of 10 in there, pitching jokes and that type of stuff. So, yeah, that's what I do in there.
Were you nervous
I'll be sure to have that on my IMDb page for the next time. Like, I thought it was going to be this great thing to have a kid and to tell other people, and oh, you having a kid? Oh, no more doing this, no more doing that, just making it seem like it was going to be this miserable experience. And it's been, I'm only 10 days in, but it's been a good thing. I remember when that car came out, me and my wife was like, me and my mother, what the hell's wrong with me? So that was the ugliest piece of shit I've ever seen. Sorry, I went out to a diner till like 4 a.m. last night. I got into an argument over music. This kid was trying to tell me that the Foo Fighters were better than the Beatles, and I just couldn't handle that.
Yeah, no, you can't cater to that stuff.
You can't. No, you can't veer from what you do. Look at AC/DC. They made the same song. Okay, they sing about their balls, the devil, and women. That's it. And they never veered from that. Let's swoop in at these two guys sitting in these unbelievably small chairs. I literally feel like I'm gonna fall onto the floor. This is insane. You really went all out with the audience, though. They got full-size adult chairs. Yeah, I hit stop, delete, and I was gonna text him like, dude, don't send me like naked photos of your kid, a video. You haven't watched To Catch a Predator? Are these like from the 20s before they had like horse tranquilizers in our food? When everybody was like 5'1"? Yeah, all right. I don't understand people. They like upload pictures of their kids on the internet. They put like the little stick figures on the back of the car, like mom, dad, how many kids, the dog, like the whole menu for the serial killer sitting behind you. Running around, I don't have enough money to give to Trump for him to pay attention to me. You know what I mean? That Illuminati level where they pay like $9 grand for fucking eggs. And then afterwards you go up and shake his hand and say, oh, you want to put a pipeline through a teepee, right? And he lets it happen because you gave him all this money for eggs, right?
We appreciate you coming in. It's great to meet you.
Was that because I stopped talking about sports? You're kicking me out of here? I went to food. I went to the Food Network, and now I'm gone.
Yeah, you were funny, and then you went food, and then all of a sudden you lost me. So it's all right. I'm hard to entertain.
No, that's what kills me about Obama. All the stuff they're showing him, like he's this hero. You know what I mean? Every picture of him now, he's always kayaking. You know, looks like an erectile dysfunction ad. You know, this guy didn't do all these drone bombings. Were those terrorists? Were they playing hacky sack? I don't know.
Look at you.
Yeah, he's all grown up doing the town.
I didn't think we could get you back. You know, we had you when you were hungover. Maybe you didn't realize what you were doing.
That's the second time you brought that up. That bugged you, didn't it? Sorry. So this is why I don't talk politics, because I'm into conspiracy theory, man.
Are you really?
I'm into it, yeah.
How deep? Alex Jones deep, or?
I think that whoever runs this is a robot and didn't map out what human beings are shaped like, which is why they sort of had an idea of what chairs were, and that's what they. So this show is making me paranoid.
They said, you got to stay on script here. You got to stay with what the questions are, and so he knows how to respond. And then I realized it's not going great, and I went rogue.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I went.
And then you saw the light turn back on in his face. Oh, here we are. We're doing a show here.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I flip out. My wife's like, "Where did that come from?" I'll be in a total good mood. We're out to dinner. And then I'll fucking, hey, I love you. I'm your best decision I ever made. And then I'll just come back and be like, do they need fucking 6 sinks in the fucking bathroom? I gotta have a fucking laser thing pointed at me, and then the fucking cunt in there is asking for my phone number. Just give me a fucking towel. I don't know. That was supposed to be an analogy.
You ever done any roids?
Yeah.
I
love steroids. I just shoot them into my feet, though.
Why your feet?
Stand-up comedian, man.
You want fatter ankles?
Stand-up comedian. No, so I got these feet I can do an hour and a half of stand-up. I don't need a stool.
It's just so
I will say they are
strange.
shitting on CNN right now. If you're watching at home, you want to put on CNN. You got to watch the channel where they're losing. That's the funny shit. Happiness is not enjoyable. You want to see nervousness, beads of sweat, blue ties being...
When you say you're
No, Jim, there was a while there, I was worried about you.
Were you?
Yeah, you were just all mush.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're shredded. But, dude, there was a while there you look like a water balloon.
I bought a car. Part of it, they took out a thing. They wanted to take my thumbprint, my fingerprint.
Did you freak out?
And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I go, why would I do that? And they go, well, it's just to, it's to protect you in case somebody comes in and impersonates you to buy a car. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to take my chances on that.
What's so twilight's last gleam.
Speed it up. Speed it up. Was that what it was about? Wasn't it about that?
Something like that.
The head of the FBI or something?
Yeah, James Comey, the former director of the FBI.
I just know he's 6'8", which was hilarious.
Humongous.
I just pictured him in the police academy, when he had to go over that giant wall, him just stepping over it.
I don't like that part.
True, done.
Was still there.
Oh, shit! Woo!
I love this dude texting for the entire interview. It's just
Busted.
trying to keep the attentions of millennials. It's impossible. Look at him. He's already got the chains. He's probably got his own record label. He's making deals as we speak. He's got championship rings on. I don't know what you're doing, dude, but I want your life, man. You're crushing it.
What the fuck?
I mean, she makes some odd choices.
How can you?
Are you one of those guys that's afraid to use a thumb sensor on your cell phone? Do you have an older cell phone?
I'm not afraid. I just don't do it.
With 3 out of the DVDs.
That's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
It's been awesome
man.
for me.
Bill's a humble dude, but lets it rip, man. And I just...
I'm not humble. I'm an egomaniac. I can't even believe I actually agreed to do this interview.
I'm always called crazy. I said the fucking NBA was fixed. Everyone's, oh, you're out of your fucking mind. They get a mobbed up ref. Everyone's like, oh, it's just one. Oh, it's just one. Oh, yeah, it's just one. I said Kennedy got shot. Oh, it's just one guy. My whole life.
One of them's going to be a dick, right? I feel the same way about that whole support the troops. Just all of them? Like there's not one asshole in the Air Force? Just this whole paranoia, you know? Oh, I support all of them. I don't. I support 98% of them, but the 2%, you know who you are.
Are you a Lee Harvey Oswald guy? Do you think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, or do you think it was a conspiracy?
I can't. There's too much shit to read.
Bill, this is what.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to segue into your Netflix series, but
I'm sorry,
I tried.
dude. I know. You know
I've
what it
tried
was?
like 3 times.
I knew the second I saw the Christmas lights, I was like, I'm going to bomb. I'm going to bomb. This
No,
is
you're not bombing.
not my vibe.
No,
I
this
can't-
is
I
your.
just, it drives me nuts.
This is festive. This is it. You're allowed to do this.
It's not festive. It's fake. Okay? And you're sticking in a box.
Like you're running on a wheel. I don't want to be around you.
Bill, listen.
That is an amazing picture of Hillary Clinton. I swear to God. I would actually accept a hug from her.
Would you? God,
It's fucking hilarious if she just had that. 7 hours ago, I wouldn't vote for her. Now I'm looking at her like, I want to make me some cookies.
So are you in the
I
process?
cannot get comfortable in this fucking chair. This is just like one of the worst things. This should be like in a museum, is like the prototype. This is what, this was the awful level of comfort. We went from a log to this, and then eventually they got cushions. It's another guy looking at his phone. I swear to God.
190 for Clinton, 171 for Trump.
Wait, what? Oh, she got California.
Yeah.
Oh, ba. She's ahead now.
It's a crazy little cartoon
The
race.
Sandal States, man. Here they come. Here come the Bergenstocks with
He
the old
called it.
23 skidoo.
Dude, the day Jesus comes back, if he ever does, if he's even a real person, like 90% of people are going to miss it. They're going to walk right. He's going to be walking on water, and they're immediately walking by him. They're not even going to see it.
Oh, here we go. The old razzle-dazzle play. We got Oregon and fucking, does Alaska matter? Jesus Christ. Those poor fuckers, by the time they cast their vote, they get done having their fucking grizzly bear fucking potato skins.
It's fine. It's fine. Sir, the one comedy through line that's working here is me shitting on this chair. Why would you take that from me? You're just totally going against the grain. I understand it. But you got on camera, so I think you get paid, even though this is online.
You might as well hit it now, Bill.
Hit that shit, Bill Burr.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
You got to get to a point of being sick of your act, but not in a really bad way. It's like, I would say, you know when you're going to break up with someone, but you still need like another 60 days. They got a birthday coming up. You're like, I can't do it this month.
No.
They were afraid the floorboards.
No.
because-
Wrong.
No, the
Wrong.
place you stayed
Wrong.
Was so weak.
Wrong.
Like they were afraid he'd go through.
Donald
the
Trump.
floorboards.
Wrong. Wrong.
No, you're right.
Wrong.
You're right.
Is my wig
It was
coming off?
the
Wrong.
worst. Hang on.
Oh, I was doing it on my podcast when I was watching the Celtics game. I just sometimes, if I'm just bored, if the podcast's not going well, I'll just put on some sports and I start commentating. So, like, I do cliches. Don't give it to the white guy. Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. What'd you do that for? Of course he missed it. And then he fouls him. What else is he going to do?
That means that all our porn stars have to go to Arizona to find porns that I'll watch. She was like, why wouldn't you watch one with a condom on? Doesn't that? I go, it's fucking not. It turns you off. Trust me.
Yeah. It is. A porno's a fantasy.
Yeah.
Nowhere in the fantasies. And then I put a condom on.
And then I was reasonable.
You got
Come
one
on.
question to ask Don Rickles.
Who killed Kennedy?
You think he knows?
Well, yeah. Well, he hung out with Sinatra. I figure 6 degrees of separation. He probably knows. Yeah, why not? Where's Jimmy Hoffa? I'd ask him one of those. You ask him 3 mob questions. One of them he's got the answer to.
I said the funniest thing nobody got.
How do you reset this? You go like this?
Yeah, that's it, Bill.
Take a gun to the airport, smoke in a car, right? You just let your kids out, tell them to come back when the street lights are on. For some reason, you can't do this with real people. You can't do this in live action. They think it'll influence real kids. But if you animate it, so I feel like I'm insulated from all these psycho bloggers where I can be like, well, look, this is how animated people behaved in the early 70s.
I understand it.
Are you trying to sick feminist on me?
No,
after this
that's not what
fucking
I'm doing.
horse shit?
That's not what I'm doing.
Joe Rogan tells Bill Burr what
Like,
a pussy
how did it
actually
happen?
is. And this video may surprise you.
Bill Burr doing big boy things.
Look at him.
Look
all
at
dressed
you.
up doing the town.
Look at you. We'll take a break here. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Dan. You know what? I love your glasses.
Thank you, Bill.
See, that was first. Now you're supposed to say something about my jacket. It's from the Han Solo collection.
We'll be back right after this.
I've been chowing it for like 4 days. Like, out of respect for that fucking elk that you shot. It's like, I'm eating all this shit. I don't care if it's fucking bad.
Does it make you more aggressive?
What?
Elk.
No, Joe, you fucking lunatic.
I don't know. I don't like that Black Friday type of stuff. That just freaks me out. Makes me sad for Americans watching them getting trampled. You know?
Yeah. You don't like
Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Why wouldn't you just admit that you can't afford it at regular prices?
That doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense?
You should drink.
Doesn't make any sense, does it? No, flip it around.
Oh,
you fuck.
shit, Trump won.
Oh.
What?
Kidding. Woo! Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt good.
You don't want to be at the front of the line. You want to be about 40 deep. And I figure you pop out of the line and you wait till that first wave or two falls down. And then you go over the top like Walter Payton back in the day. Roll out of it. But even then,
Dude, this is like one of the great games I've ever watched in sports. This is fucking incredible. 2:32, 2:09 with fucking 10 minutes to go. Donald Trump kicking off to Hillary Clinton.
Can I ask you, Bill?
She's taking it out of the end zone.
I love when they were going like, yeah, you said all this sexist stuff about women. You said this about women. You said that about women. You said this. And he goes, no, I said that about Rosie O'Donnell. And then they laughed, and then they're like, no, you said it about other women too. And he goes, yeah, you're probably right. And then it was just over.
So I got a buddy going to see Don Rickles this weekend.
Oh, I saw him about a year and a half
How
ago.
was he? I mean,
he's great.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He's still great.
Yeah. He's Don Rickles.
I want to go see Cosby. That hasn't worked out.
Die.
So he's still.
I met Michael Jordan. How was he?
So he's
the
funny.
greatest basketball player of all time. Still.
Mark Wahlberg was
Deepwater Horizon, yeah.
Those guys were working on an oil rig. The fucking thing blows up. They're on fire. They got to jump into water that's on fire. Salty water into their wounds. You got to swim out of that oil and fire and then tread water, praying to God that the Coast Guard is going to get there before the sharks do. I think comics should do that. When people get like annoyed and they go into your Twitter account from 10 years ago, and they go, oh, you said this about, whatever, Saved by the Bell in 1988. Yeah, and just the level of reward that is, as annoying as a kid is, like they smile at you and it's over. It's over. So, I mean, you don't get that, working on an oil rig when your buddy's greasy face lights up. You're like, you know what, it really is all worth it.
Well,
But I will tell you, when I saw my kid, it wasn't, I didn't have like, everybody was like, you're going to burst down crying, you're going to blah, blah, blah. I was like scared of it. Like I was just sitting there like, hey, yeah, buddy, like I didn't want to touch it. And then like afterwards, they give it to me and I'm hanging with her for the first time and I'm feeling nothing. And I literally put my head down on the bassinet. I'm going, oh my God, I'm a serial killer. Like I don't feel things.
I would be going like Hillary, man. I just like annoying people. That's what it really comes down to. Like, as much as people think I'm a misogynist, I agree with 90% of the shit feminists say until it comes out of a woman's mouth. And then I argue it.
Because he did the, what was it, got to get it right speech. That's when you know you're in trouble. In the NFL, it's when you just stand there. I don't even know what that means. We got to get it right. We didn't get it right. But we're going to work on trying to get it right. So next time, we got to get it right. which you totally can. I don't recommend it, but you really can do whatever you can do blow right in front of your kid. I mean, what is it? It's a baby. It doesn't know what cocaine is. And even if it did, its hands are too small to use the phone to rat you out, so.
Bill Burr,
Joe,
I got you high as
you're
fuck,
live.
Huh?
Bill, by the
You're
way, that was
live
the best.
in Sarasota.
How high are you right now?
He took one hit. This is Jameson. Give credit where credit is due.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
No. You weed guys always want to take credit for fucking this hey man. Where'd that thinking come from? That can come from Jameson too, all right?
The league's going to be fine. Like, what they would have to do, I was talking to my buddy the other day, like, what they would have to do to get me to stop watching. You know,
Because
like,
you love football. You watch football.
The commissioner could literally punt a baby across his office with his wingtips on. I'm still going to watch on Sunday. This is the only way you can be comfortable in these fucking chairs. This is like in the middle of my back. Oh, my God. I love you, but I hate this set. This is the lowest budget shit. You know what it is? It's the rent. It's the fucking rent.
Clinton is ahead 48.2% to 45%. She needs this shit. If Trump takes this, dude, it is fucking over. Like Michael Corleone, Godfather 2. Over.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
boy?
a lot of Catholics in Pennsylvania.
Fill it up with my theories or something. I don't know
Your
what I'm going to do.
conspiracy
Yeah, I don't know
theories?
what I'm going to do.
It's mostly just lessons about conspiracy theories and the
I hate
Machiavelli.
people like that when they don't have their dog on a leash, like trying to show off like that. Look at that fucking thing.
Dude, this is coming down to the fucking wire.
How do you?
Utah.
This is worse.
Donald Trump, you knew it. You knew it.
Utah.
Where
yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
religion, no vaginal,
Thank
stick
God
it in
so
her
that's-
ass. He's fucking, he's killing Hillary.
Yeah, I know. I
Sorta
kind of want to bring,
average.
but we seem like the same. Like, look in the monitor. That's about right.
I look uncomfortable.
When are you going to take me wild boar hunting?
boar hunting.
I want to go to that.
We're gonna do it in the spring. Well, what we're gonna do?
There's
if you wanna know
something
my
about
plan,
a
'cause
pig
have
I
an
could
actual
fucking
plan.
blow its brains out.
Actually, that was an internet comment I saw that was like, they said, when I see people in high chairs pretending to have like a casual conversation and never addressing the fact that they're in these
You
preposterous
got
high
to.
chairs.
There should be a high top bar here with like potato skins. This is very, very Applebee's going out of business.
So Rickles still can bring it though. He doesn't have his fastball, but he's still funny.
Yeah, he's still. Can we cut the guy some slack? He's like 102.
You're talking
Yeah.
like he dies.
You're in your comedy prime right now. Like this is you got about 8 years left.
How do you judge that?
Because your energy level is high. You're nimble. I mean, dude.
And what do you do? I'm not like an athlete.
Hillary Clinton. Minnesota, 48.9 to 48.3. Hillary Clinton. The tension's killing you.
Yeah, you have like that. Like I don't know if it's me, but you're so happy. Sometimes it bothers me. It does. It's just like, all right, I get it. The sun is shining. Just take it down a little bit. Like I get actually anxiety around people as happy as you. It's like
Is that right?
I can't hit the ball back, dude. I can't sustain. If I blow out an Achilles, that's 20 minutes of material.
Are you from Southie?
No, that's a Goodwill Hunting question that I've answered for 15 years, ever since that movie came out. Are you good at math? Do you like apples? No, I don't like being, angry. I don't want to be that guy. I'd like to be jolly, but it hasn't been in the cards so far. And the thing that concerned me the most in sports was I watched Cleveland play a home game in November, and it was 71 degrees out, and the pitchers were sweating and all that. No, that's not a good thing, people.
What are we talking?
Huh?
Saugus?
Wait, do you really?
I would like to know.
Look how beautiful you are. Look how beautiful. You know how many psychos are out there? I'm not going to tell where I live.
No, I feel like
What's your social security number?
Are you saying that the wife of the president of the United States doesn't matter?
I'm saying that Michelle Obama, the current wife, should run for president.
No, absolutely.
Why? Because she danced on Ellen?
They're like, I don't understand DJs. Like they're getting Grammys. I'm at that age, like the new music, I don't understand it. It just, to me, it's just a guy playing his iPod with like a mouse head, right? And everybody's losing their mind. Like, I don't see where the talent is. They want to smell other dogs. If it meets another dog that's a maniac, then it's in a fight. Then you got to break it up. It's very irresponsible. Can I open the window and yell, "You're going to be a terrible mother"? I don't know why. I don't mean any of this. I'm just mad at myself for staying out so late last night. I should have worked out.
Going from never being a politician to the highest fucking office
Which is
ever.
exactly what Trump is doing. That's exactly what Donald
I'm not
Trump
voting.
just did.
I didn't vote for him, you fucking lunatic.
I'm not saying you did.
You see that? That is sexist shit right there.
I didn't say
right
you did.
There.
You know what? I hate being in one of those security lines at the airport, and everybody's bonding, rolling their eyes about how fucking long it takes, while nobody's getting ready for their moment. And then they go up there and become part of the problem, and I want to beat them with that plastic tub. I don't stress about life, but, you know, the amount of times I scream at I hate computers, and I can't stand technology, and I hate people go, "Oh, really? You don't like medical advancements?" No, I don't.
You don't like medical advancements?
No, I don't. There's too many people. We're going to run out of chicken and fresh water at some point. At some point, you got to stop with the ribbons and let some people go.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.
I think we have time for one more question right here.
Hi, Bill.
Hello, sir. This guy, Raised Right Airlines, right there. You know, it's just goddamn eloquent.
That's a reasonable
I mean,
take.
you know, if you look how many dolphins are left versus idiots who won't make a left at any sort of decent speed, right?
You're making the ratio should even out.
Yeah, yeah. And at this point, there's so many damn people that, like, you know, something horrific has to happen. And he was beside himself. He's just like, "Did you just do that?" And I was like, "Yes." And he goes, "Get the fuck out of here." Like 2 punts. It just, I don't know. Wasn't good. I told my wife right after the game, I'm like, I'm fine. We won 5. I'm good. I'm good. And just drove home in total silence. And then we somehow got into an argument about Janet Jackson.
That's right. Like everybody in America has the same opportunities. But what they found is that some people have one opportunity and other people have many opportunities. And that's the difference.
So are you saying the world isn't fair?
But you're saying...
Why am I yelling? How would you not know?
Yeah, but you wouldn't know
You're
if
just so damn far away.
What do you mean?
I feel like I'm in that Sandra Bullock space movie right now. You're just going to, like, float away. What? Super Bowl. He should have laid out.
He should have extended his whole body and grabbed it.
You know what was funny was when on that play, you actually saw his age. You know, when he stands in the pocket, he looks 25. The second he starts running, it's like, dude, I could D this guy up.
I didn't build this set, Bill.
Huh? Give me a break.
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't say give me a giant desk. This is like it's like Andy Kaufman here. Yeah, I'm looking up at you. This space station you're in. So you got to figure out a way to, like, thin out the herd, and it's too late. These are the hard decisions that are going to have to be made.
We're here to hear about some hard choices.
Yeah. So you know how I would do it?
What?
I would randomly sink cruise ships. What?
Second season,
the deepest couch in sports entertainment.
A lot of people think that they're uncomfortable with my elevation. Are you uncomfortable with it?
No, I just see all of your insecurities. Your giant desk. That was one thing that I did like that Trump said when he was talking. They said you went bankrupt. You went bankrupt like 4 times. He's like, I have hundreds of deals, and stop making out those bankers like they're a bunch of babies. He's like, they're killers. They are. They need to be eliminated.
We have recommended to the construction people to lower my desk about 4 inches, raise that 6, and it would
I think you just go with it. I think that's your thing.
Go higher?
Yeah, go higher.
15
yeah,
feet.
and I should be on like a therapist couch, just sitting there like looking up at you. I think you'll get more out of your guests.
And I had great gigs. I mean, I fucking
gotta
loved
admit,
it.
you're a changed man. You have a better vibe. You seem more relaxed.
I am.
You're not angst or I'm awful. You haven't said that once. I've been here for almost. Jesus, it's only been a half an hour. Just fucking show's dragging.
So
this is very like we're very like you wouldn't know that we like each other. Let's try to tone it down. Here.
No, I'm not. I'm just. No,
I know what happened. You came right at me just saying my theory stunk. I'm just here to promote a cartoon. I'm a dancing monkey today. I'm trying to be a good guy. I want people to like me
and watch the show here, and you're coming at me. I don't know anything about hoop. I'm a 5'10" white guy.